Now, I'm not one for following sports too much, but when I see Black women excelling, baby, I have got to talk about it. And this young lady, Angel Reese, I think is an absolute masterclass for professional Black women to build and leverage their personal brand. So today you're getting a voiceover video, and I'm going to be reacting to a video that literally just came across my feed at like 1 in the morning when my behind should be asleep. But I was like, you know what? Since I'm up, let me go ahead and talk about this. So since it's 1 in the morning, baby, you get to see this cute little picture of me and not my actual face. But I'm going to be reacting to this video called Angel Reese Got White Women Feeling Like This. And it's from a channel that I've never seen before, but I did appreciate this video. It's called The Celebrity Junk. I'll be playing a few clips from the video and reacting to them, but I'll leave a link down in the description box so that you can watch the whole thing. Now, Angel Reese is very much in the public eye. She's an intelligent young woman, educated, and she's literally and figuratively killing the game right. Like I said, I don't really follow sports like that. To be very frank, I'm gonna tell you how I know how I keep up with Angel Reese. I keep up with Angel Reese because I am part of the stage crew. So every week I am tuned in to Kev on Stage and That Chick's Angels Here's the Thing podcast. And as a stage crew member, I also get the bonus episodes. And if ever there is a platform that is always bigging up Black women, that is the platform. So when That Chick Angel does her little sports updates, and if you watch or listen, then you know why I'm chuckling. But they always stay on top of Angel Reese, and rightfully so. This young lady is the MVP for real. And I didn't even know that she had done Victoria's Secrets until people start backlashing. So I decided to click into this video to see, well, what is the hoopla about? And to be honest, I really don't care to comment on why people have an issue with this. I want to look at the positives and I want to look at what professional Black women can take note of and put into action. Because at this point in time, we cannot necessarily rely on the traditional job system to give us any type of security. If you still have a job and you are not part of the 300,000 plus Black women who were ejected from the workforce and you choose to continue in the job that you're in, my recommendation is to leverage what you have, but also be building your personal brand. And Angel being at the high level of visibility that she has, I think provides an excellent masterclass. So let's jump into this video and see what are the lessons that we can extract.
On October 15, 2025 in New York City, Angel Reese became the first professional athlete to walk in the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Now, there has been a lot of criticisms regarding this. And one of them is that Angel Reese is simply cheapening her brand. She's, using her fashion choices to do lingerie shoots and things like that. This kind of more glamorous fashion forward arena would hurt her credibility as an athlete.
Now, I'm going to disagree with that because someone who has used fashion as a way to establish their brand and tell their brand story and to then turn around and leverage that brand into other ventures, I think one, I'll say biracial woman who has done that very, very, very well was Zendaya. And if you listen to any interviews from La Roche, talking about Zendaya, like, baby, Zendaya is like his daughter, right? But he really said that they used fashion, they used all of her red carpet moments to tell a story, to put her on the radar of these different movie studios, et cetera, et cetera. I really like La Roche. I really like his approach to things and the way that he thinks about things. I'll stick one or two interviews where he talks about this down in the description. Someone else who has used fashion and red carpet moments in order to build their brand and leverage it into a billion-dollar industry is Rihanna. Yes, she was a big pop star, but she really established her reputation in fashion, allowed that to tell a story about herself, and it led her into some fashion ventures. Savage X Fenty, plus the what was that limited drop that she did? I forgot the name of the limited drop, but I'll throw it up on the screen. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all went crazy for it. Yeah, not me. I ain't got that kind of money. But nevertheless, I loved to see it, right? and then turned around and has Fenty Beauty. And now Homegirl is a billionaire. So I think when you are a public figure, you can definitely leverage those opportunities to, like I say, tell your brand story or tell pieces of your brand story. Now, bringing it down to us 9 to 5 corporate girlies or entrepreneurship girlies or content creator and influencer girlies, the way that we show up on camera and in rooms and in spaces, it speaks volumes about who we are before we've even opened our mouths. So I don't think that Angel really taking fashion moments for herself is diluting her brand. I think it's strengthening it. I think it's giving more dimension to who she is. It's inviting us, the general public, to see her as more than someone who just hoops on the basketball court. Listen, the guys have done it, right? The Michael Jordans, the Shaqs, the Kobe's. Like they've taken the what's his name? Oh Lord, the one whose wife was in the blogs last week yapping. What's his name? Curry's, right? Steph Curry. I told y'all, I don't follow these folks like that. Right? But listen, the guys have been able to take their likeness and their image and parlay them into brand deals, into business ventures, into sneaker deals, shoe deals, and other types of ventures. Shaq's got the restaurants. Magic Johnson had the theaters. I don't know what Steph Curry got, but I know he got stuff, right? So if the guys can do it, why can't the women do it too? And I'm so happy that Angel is in a place and space and time where she's able to do that, because I remember the older WNBA stars like the Lisa Leslies, where those ladies had to go overseas and play in the off season from the WNBA, and they rarely got deals. Like Lisa Leslie, I think she's played herself in a couple of movies, but those women did not have the opportunities that these young ladies are now able to. And listen, Angel deserves it because it was her rivalry with the other chick. I forgot her name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. From college, from that rivalry, from that moment, she just became an internet sensation. And this young lady has just like turned it on since then. And I'm so glad that she's been able to back it up with her gameplay on the court, right? But she wants us to know I am that chick on the court and off. So we have to let people know that even though we're known for one thing, I am that chick in my industry and in other things, especially if we are multi-hyphenate, multi-passionate creatives, entrepreneurs, and what have you. So if you're new to my channel, my name is DeniseRenee. It's a double first name, not a first and last. And I am known as your business book bestie. So professionally, I'm a writer, I'm an author, I'm a book writing coach. I specialize in helping Gen X and millennial professionals write books that make their personal, career, or business brand visible. So I talk all about writing and self-publishing and using a book to build your personal brand on my other YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/@writingwithDeniseRenee. I'll leave that link in the description box as well if you're interested in writing books. But I share that to say I am more than just writing. I am more than just books. Yes, I have a corporate job. It's not specifically in my field right now, but I'm working on that. You know, I have come from about 10, 15 years of experience in digital marketing and copywriting, both as a freelancer and on B2B corporate marketing teams. But I have other interests as well. I'm also an entire musician. Like many moons ago, like many, many, many moons ago, I put out a CD. Now it's been almost 20 years, but I'm going to get around to the sophomore CD. Or at this point in time, I don't even know if I feel like doing a whole quote unquote project. I might just do the singles route because that's what people seem to like. They like one song here and one song there. But I also am super passionate right now about building community amongst Black women, not just here in the United States, but globally. I grew up in New York City. I'm based in the Atlanta metro area. So I'm going to start where I'm at and we'll go global as the opportunities come. So I share those things and share those passions on this channel. I also like doing my nails out. I'm also into wellness, and I'll be starting separate channels for those pretty soon. But for me, the core of my public persona or public identity, people know me for writing. And as I continue to grow that brand, I'm building up other social properties so that people understand I am more than just that. And I want to be able to set myself up for opportunities coming from as many different directions as possible because nothing is stable. And the only thing that I have and that you have is our personal brand. And if people don't know us, don't like us, don't trust us, our opportunities for surviving and thriving get smaller and smaller and smaller. Now, if you're enjoying my commentary on this video so far, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want to make sure that you see future videos and articles from me about building your personal brand and how to write a book as the cornerstone and leverage point for your brand, join my email list. To do so, visit my website, writingwithDeniseRenee.com, scroll down to the bottom, and enter your email address. Every Monday morning around 5 a.m., I send out a brief email with an encouraging message and links to helpful content that I've created throughout the week. Because, child, you know you can't rely on this algorithm to always show you my stuff. So thanks for taking a moment to join my email list, and let's get back into this commentary. So let's get back into this video and get to the next section that I want to comment on.
Not only that, there became the elephant in the room, if you will, regarding race.
Last week, Angel Reese announced that she'd be walking in this week's Victoria's Secret's fashion show, which I thought was amazingly cool. But unfortunately, white women didn't react in the same way. In fact, they did what they do best. They trafficked in anti-blackness, they lost their and they demanded to speak to the manager, which then got me thinking, what is it about Angel Reese, this spectacularly talented black woman, that pisses white women off? And then it reminded me that a person like Angel Reese, who has the whole world available to her, she holds a mirror to white women and their mediocrity. And that pisses white women off. When most normal people heard about this news, they thought, oh my God, how amazing that this black woman who's such a role model for my child or for people in America, she's ascended to this new height of success. It's all the more exciting during like this particular moment in American history because everything is so dark. And the idea that Angel Reese could be kind of celebrated in this way, both is like a balm to our hearts, but it also shows that Victoria's Secret is ushering in a new wave of supermodels. And it means that to be extraordinarily beautiful also comprises like athletic prowess and success.
So I think that TikToker summed that up very nicely. I want to talk about the mediocrity aspect. I really want to zoom in on Black women's excellence, Black girl magic, right? That whole thing. We already know Kerry Washington and Joe Morton, way back in the scandal days, summed up what we've grown up knowing. As Black people and as Black women in particular, we have to be twice as good in order to get half of what they got, right? And we do it all the time. We do it all the time. And I like the point that the TikToker made that this opportunity is coming to her at a time where things are very dark. They seem really dark right now. But the one thing I will say, that it's always the darkest before the dawn. And so while it can be exhausting after elections last year, the 92% was like, I'm sitting down, I'm in my rest era, and I'm drinking my water and minding my business. Y'all can go out there and do all the protests because we did what we needed to do at the polls, right? The thing is that the fight now turns inward. At least I'm going to say for me, the fight is inward, and the fight is against the darkness. It's against all of the negative media messages that want to say, you're not worthy, you're not wanted, we don't want to hire you, we don't want you in our country, all of it. Or we only see specific roles for you. And one thing I've come to learn in 51 years of living is that if the media is trying to push a particular narrative really hard, it's generally because the opposite is true. Because it's not that we are not wanted. It's that what we have is wanted, but it's never wanted to be compensated fairly. It's never in a position where it wants to be shared. It's the situation that's always been, we want to steal what you have, take it out of the context that it came in. We don't want to give you credit, but we're going to pretend like it was ours all along. And it can get exhausting to see this play out, this narrative play out over and over and over. And it's like, good gosh, we have to keep reinventing ourselves and keep coming up with something new. And we do. For me, the internal struggle is not to fall into the despair of it all, but to be like, you know what? Every time I turn inward, every time I lift my eyes to the hills from whence cometh my help, guess what? There is more in there to come out. There is more creativity that's emanating from me. And no matter what anybody tries to do to stop that, to squelch that, my light is still going to shine very brightly. And like I said, that TikToker, I think, made an excellent point in that Angel Reese getting an opportunity like this from let's be clear, it's like the whitest of the whitest brand, Victoria's Secrets. Now, at this point in time where big national corporations have been running away from DEI and whatnot, to say, hey, we want to capitalize on the power and the social cachet that this woman has. Like, it cannot be denied. You cannot deny this young lady's accomplishments on the court. And she's like, yes, I'll take that check. Thank you. Next. All right. So I really want to encourage us not to get tired of building our brands. Even if we don't have the stage that Angel Reese has, it doesn't matter. We have a sphere of influence. So continue doing what you do, because sometimes we only need that one particular opportunity to come our way that changes everything. So don't be weary in well doing, because in due season, if you don't faint, you are going to reap what you have been so diligently sowing and tending to. And that is building your personal brand. Now, in a recent video, I shared 5 strategic things that professional Black women should be doing right now. And strategic step number 4 was about creating career-focused content. Let me, I didn't really get that specific in that video, but I want to be clear. If you are a professional career girly in the education space, in government, in corporate spaces, then you need to be creating content around that. But if your career is in the creative spaces, you're a content creator, or you're looking to be a content creator within a particular industry, then that is your career focused content. Okay. So whatever it is that you do, whatever you want to be professionally known for, you should be creating content in that arena. And then the 5th thing that I recommended was that we should fast track our brands by writing a book. So I'll link that video down in the description for you to check out after we go through my last point here on this particular video. It's going to give you the action steps of how you can be creating your brand and leveraging it the way Miss Angel Reese is. All right, so let's get into this next part of the video.
Here's what we got to say. If it comes to brand building, as an influencer, Angel Reese is top notch. It's a masterclass in building an audience. And again, this is what you call building leverage, all right? And this is something that many of us, even me, us in the Black community, if you build your fan base, and Angel Reese's fan base, if you want to be honest, is largely Black women, okay? With her podcast, with everything she does, that's her fan base. And the reality is that a brand like Victoria's Secret needs sales, and they're going to get that audience that they could not tap into unless they get an influencer like Angel Reese. So Angel Reese forces a lingerie brand to cover territory, okay? And this is the one thing that Blacks can control. Black athletes, people on YouTube, anybody that's a Black person. If you build your own situation, people come to you. That's the same thing that we literally, Angel Reese is showing people that they will come to you. And it's not just athletes who do this. It's not just influencers who do this. Anybody who is good, they control their own audience, they have to be respected, they will come to you, all right? To you. And these white ladies can't understand this. How is this Black lady who isn't in the industry? She isn't a model, okay? She is beautiful. She's a model. She's 6'3". She's everything that the industry says that she should not be. How is she getting paid to do this? How is she in our industry? Because she controls an audience. And the Black audience pays money just like anybody else. And a lot of times we neglect our audience. We neglect our consumer base. We neglect our customer base. And everybody else out there who needs to make sales as brand managers, anybody else who needs to make sales as a liquor company, everybody else who needs to do whatever they got to do, they don't neglect our stuff. In fact, they're like, whoa, this is an untapped market because we have a $1.5 trillion spending power. Nobody is going to neglect it. We're the only group that neglects our own stuff. Brands would kill. Like some of the things that Black people can do, the talent that we have, and if they have a way to really access that community, oh man, they love it. Literally, it's an untapped audience. It's an untapped community. And monetizing that community is a big deal now.
So this commentator really summed it up so nicely. Build what you have. People will come to you. This is the value and this is the power of building your personal brand or building your professional brand or your corporate brand or your career brand or a brand for yourself as a creator or a brand for yourself as someone in the creative arts, music, writing, dancing, whatever it is that you do, whatever business that you have or that business that you're looking to start. Build your audience. Is building an audience hard when you're starting from absolute square one and nobody knows you? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. Okay. Now, when you have a leverage point, Angel's leverage point is being in the WNBA and getting all the media coverage that she does. But I didn't even know the young lady has a podcast. Smart. Okay. So she's like, yeah, all eyes are on me during the season, but the WNBA season is so insanely short. She needs to be able to sustain herself in the public space outside of that. So I'm glad she has a podcast. I want to say that she wrote a book. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Let me see. Let me look that up real quick. Okay. So I just did a quick Google search and the AI overview says that Angel Reese did not write her own book, but she is the subject of a couple of books. So people are writing books about this young lady. And I know that whenever she decides to write her own book, girl, call me. No, but when she does decide to write her own book, it's going to sell out because people are going to want to hear what she has to say about herself in her own words and about her journey. And that will be another income source for her. I'm sure she's probably already on the speaking circuit and making money off of that. So when you have all eyes on one particular thing, so again, I go back to my corporate girlies, even if you're not known all across your industry, you're known in your office. You may be known with some of the other businesses that you partner with, your suppliers, some of your customers. If you're B2B, are you on LinkedIn? Are you creating content on LinkedIn that's related to your industry? Are you networking? Are you going to industry related conferences? Even if you are a creator girly, are you going to events for other creators in whatever industry you're in? So if you're in beauty or lifestyle or fashion, are you going to those conferences? Are you a writer like me and you're going to the writing conferences? There's an organization here in Atlanta for writers. It's pretty big. It's been around for a long time. I don't get out to all of the events, but I'm definitely on the email list and I follow them around social media to see what's going on. But I am involved in another organization that I got my copywriting training through. And so I'm in a bunch of different Facebook and LinkedIn groups for that organization. And they've invited me a couple of times to be on their platform. Who knows you? Who knows what it is that you do? If it's nobody, then it's time to start getting known. Grow your audience on LinkedIn. Create content on LinkedIn. Create your own blog. Yes, blog. Okay? Create your YouTube channel. Do whatever it is that you need to do. And as a book writing strategist who talks about writing a book as a leverage point for exponentially growing awareness of who you are and what you do, write that book. Or as I like to say, books, because I don't think you should be a one book wonder. And even if you have what would be considered a small audience, it's still powerful. You are still influential. If you've built up a community of people who know, like you, and trust you, that's valuable. If people respect your recommendations and respect your position on things, even if they don't always agree with 100% everything that you say and do, because you'll never get 100% agreement, but just having that influence. If I were to say, hey ladies, here's this brand who is catering to perimenopausal Black women, and I've been using their product and it's really been helping me through my perimenopausal symptoms. I think y'all should check it out. Would you not believe me? Because if I came to you with that trust and believe, I would have vetted them for myself or tried it for myself and told you what my personal experience was with it and say, hey, it's worth checking out to see if it works for you. Would you not believe that recommendation? Yes, you would. And smart brands like a Victoria's Secrets, who is ignoring the political dog whistles, because I'm sorry, Target, I'm still side eyeing you. Nobody said anything about anything. That man said what he was going to do in the government, and private companies started barking and leaping and said, oh, we're going to get rid of our DEI initiatives too. Okay, well, they messed around and found out, right? But smart brands understand not only the buying power of the Black community in particular, and as this commentator said, it's in the trillions, but there's two other things that is very true about the buying power of Black people in America. Number one, we are tastemakers. We are trend setters. That's why everything that we do gets thiefed and whitewashed, right? The other thing is that we are a fiercely loyal consumer base. When we hook into something that we like or when we feel like a company is really for us, or at least they're not against us, they're not overtly against us, and it works for us, we gonna rock with it, or we will rock till the wheels fall off. You have to do us dirty before we say deuces. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a brand that did me dirty, and I was like, oh hell no, I'm gone. And that is Shea Moisture. Man, back in the day, Shea Moisture products were so good. But then I noticed that the formula started changing. And then I noticed, like, wait, they like coming out with a new product line like every other month. And then I realized, oh, they sold a company to one of these bigger, I forget who they got bought by. But now they started changing the formula. And the products did not work like they used to. Like, I'm like, don't lie to me. Okay. I've been using this stuff in my hair forever. And now it feels different. It feels like all the other products that I have been trying to avoid. So forget that. I'm out of here and I'm never coming back. We're loyal and our dollars matter. Our dollars have impact. And when we say something, people listen and pay attention and they follow. The people who care about what we care about follow suit. That's why Target's numbers are still down, because it's not that all Black people boycotted Target. It's that people who felt like what Target did was wrong said, yeah, I'm not shopping here anymore. So Black professional women, Black creative women, I want to remind us that we are powerful beyond measure. A lot of times the things that are happening to us on a personal level, on a daily basis, I'm not going to lie, some of this stuff is intentional. But I hope this video reminds us that we are powerful beyond measure. We are what people want, even if they don't want to give us credit for it. So build your personal brand, build your corporate brand, your career brand, build your creator brand. Build it and pay attention to people like Angel Reese who are diversifying themselves and parlaying opportunities into the next opportunity. This is just how it's going to be. So if you want to get some more practical tips on what to do to begin building your brand, check out this video next, and I will see you on the other side.